Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo. Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo. Right next to the news, we have our own stew. WIDR Kalamazoo.
Yeah, good sign.
Good sign. Did I tell you my mom loves Kzoo food?
Is this gonna be in the podcast?
It can be. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I'm glad she heard that. I heard that Lucy's mom also loves the burger episode.
My mom saw both burger breakfast and Middle Eastern appetizer. She's seen them all. She's
seen
a fan. Yeah, she's a very big fan of Kzoo. It draws a crowd. I don't know
what
it
is, but it draws, and we're back by popular demand.
Draws the audience, and that's why we're back here
with a hard hitter. We're coming in with episode 4, a major one, episode 4 or 5. But
so welcome everybody to another edition of Kzoo Food. Who are we here with?
I'm Cully Cooper.
I'm Ryan Misiak. You know who we are.
Yes, you do.
We are 89.1 WIDRFM. And we're bringing you another episode, like I just said. And what do we got today for everybody, Coley?
We're talking about a favorite amongst teens, old folks. It's the favorite of
those in between.
And those in between, man. It's teens, old folks in between. We're talking about pizza, the circular pie that make you want to die.
Should it be circular though?
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, right now.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a killer episode for you today. I mean, one of my favorite foods, and
absolutely
the kid in me. Like, I love pizza. I'll never not love a good piece of pizza. Like, I'll be honest, even a bad pizza, I'll probably still enjoy it.
I had one last night, an Aldi pizza, which it's never gonna be the best, but I come back to it.
It's always like a crutch for you, you know?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is a crutch.
Pizza to me, let me ask you a question, Ryan.
Go
when you had a big event at school, what was the food there? Say y'all won like the food drive or the penny drive.
Yeah, the food drive.
What'd y'all get?
We brought in the most cans and we got a Friday pizza party.
Yeah. How about when we have one of those long Friday meetings in the office, what food do we get?
I mean, Domino's is right across the street, and they usually bring a couple Zos for us.
And we get some pizza. What I'm trying to say here is pizza is the food of the people. When you're getting people together, you're getting pizza together. That's all I got to say, just that, to start it off.
Yeah, talk about a great social food, as well as one that can be made fairly quickly.
100%.
I mean, to a certain extent.
Well, let's talk about the origins of pizza, and we're going to take it back to like 14th, 15th century Naples. I don't know much beyond that, but I'm sure
you brought it up, so I'm letting you talk.
I'm sure they. Well, let's think about it. At first, it didn't have any cheese.
I have no clue. Yeah, all I know is the pizza I eat, that's on my plate.
And that's the point. It's whatever's on there, and it always tastes good. But it would have just been these breads coming into hot wood-burning ovens. These flat breads that were covered in a tomato sauce and baked like that. And that's how you would have eaten it. And then eventually they would have added fresh mozzarella, and then it's been Americanized, but also perfected around the world in so many different ways. So many cultures have their so many different versions of this excellent, exquisite treat.
And you see it time and time again here on Kzoo Food. We really, especially since the change from the first episode.
The pilot.
We really want to change this to more of a broad spectrum and bring in, like you have just said, accentuate the history of a certain food category, and how how Kalamazoo really can impact and change based on like how that stemmed from that original history of that food.
Well, when Italian immigrants were coming into America, many of them into cities like New York City, where it has this really strong Italian presence, especially in their food scene. A lot of those came over to work in many of Michigan's up and coming factories. As you know, Michigan has just this long history of taking in a lot of different families into their metro areas, a lot from Detroit. And that's why Detroit has such a rich history of of pizza. It's this Italian influence that is of cuisine that is so prevalent throughout the United States that it's a powerhouse, and it has created this culture around pizza itself to be, even though it's cheap, it's still almost like a culinary delight. The cheapest pizza can still be the most eloquent, and I find it always comes down to the craft. The pizza man
as well
behind
as
it.
the ingredients as well.
It's all about ingredients.
Why don't we segue this into defining our definition of what makes a pizza so good and on our plate? What do you want to see, Cully? As your perfect pizza, what is it?
My perfect slice of pizza changes. Right now, I have a connection with Detroit pizza. Detroit pizza.
Like the style pizza?
Yeah, it's just Detroit pizza.
Just Detroit pizza?
It's just called Detroit pizza. You can call something style, and you're failing.
Are you mocking me?
I'm mocking
Are you mocking
sir.
me right now?
It was a failure that came out of your mouth. Imbecile.
Okay, you keep going with what you're saying.
So from the bottom up, a Detroit style pizza, to me, the dough, the water content is much higher than your traditional slice of pizza. What this does is it creates a very liquid dough, and I'll get into that later. The pans that the Detroit pizza is cooked in is universally the same. They are the same pans that were used to sort auto body parts in an auto shop, these little nuts and bolts and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's these iron or steel pans. They're steel because I don't think iron would work, but there's steel pans that all of them are cooked in. And so and they're square, they're rectangular. You lay out the dough. It's a really wet dough, so you don't really work with it. It kind of just like falls into the pan, and you don't need to season these guys because they apparently they just have been used so much they're already like seasoned, as in like you don't have to oil it. Seasoning. The dough falls into the pan, and it literally falls into every crevice. What do you do now? You put no, you don't put the sauce on. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Gosh,
what's that?
Cully.
I haven't seen.
Cully.
Hey.
And you yelling at me.
Dude, one second.
3 ingredients, and you just, all right.
You get the cheese. The cheese is so important because Detroit pizza uses Wisconsin brick cheddar. It doesn't use mozzarella. Most of the pizza today uses low moisture, high fat mozzarella. This style of pizza uses Wisconsin brick cheddar from Wisconsin. And it gives it that famous, iconic, salty, tangy cheese bite. It behaves a lot like a mozzarella in that it's like stretchy, it's white, and it melts in the same way. But it just has this factor to it that is different. And then you place that all around the pizza until you get to the very edge, and you pop that in the oven. And when you pull it out of the oven, there is this cheese crown of crackled goodness along each corner of the pizza that crests up to the very top, providing a complete perimeter of crackly, salty, caramelized cheese. And then you get a sweet tomato sauce that your dad made. And you dabble it on each little slice, just a little bit, so that every bite you can get a little bit of sauce, but also you can get like a cheese and bread bite. And then you bite into this and you think, man, this is a lot of bread because it puffs up a little bit. You bite into it and it crumbles and melts in your mouth. Why? Because the high water content, when cooked under that heat, evaporated so quickly and left all these little air bubbles. And all the cheese, the fat of the cheese, melted down the side of the pan and crisped up and fried the bread. And so to me, there's a majesty behind that slice. There's a story behind that slice. And every single time, it's going to have those things. It's going to have the cheese crown, this Wisconsin cheddar, sauce on top, and an excellent dough. And you can get that because that's Detroit style.
Yeah. Wow. What a...
No pep. No. Onion and sausage is my favorite.
Okay, I was going to say there definitely, I mean, I would even say like some peppers on there.
Oh, hot peppers, onion, and sausage would be like my ideal combination, but I just like cheese too.
I mean that's tough to beat. That's a great pizza. Detroit, for those who haven't had a Detroit styled pizza, I'm gonna keep saying it.
Go for it. I really don't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, because people can't emulate it as much because there's. I mean,
well, you can't get your hands on Wisconsin brick cheddar, you know, like that's something you got to get from Wisconsin, you know, like, well, and when I get it, it's at these restaurants. It's at Buddy's specifically.
Yeah, I was Buddy's has a great Detroit.
Buddy's. I think they're the only one doing it in Kalamazoo. And they're really doing it. I mean, like Jets is sort
from
of
the east side.
Oh yeah,
definitely had some great Detroit style.
That's a whole other game. I mean, those are the origins of the game. But it's hitting worldwide, and it's in Chicago a lot now too.
It's definitely
Detroit. I mean,
the past couple of years has gotten a lot of recognition of being like a standalone, like an actual option that you can get for pizza.
Yeah, in like a worldwide context, which is cool to see.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because it's so different from a traditional pizza slice where the cheese is on top.
Cheese in the middle. Sauce is on top.
Yeah, I'm saying from its counterpart.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where almost you from birth have known to see, you know, bread, sauce, cheese, and you see a blanket of whatever cheese you want to put on top is covering the redness of the sauce.
Yeah.
And yet now you see this like blood splatter
kind of coming at you like, what?
Like, what is this?
That's why you like a little bit.
It looks like it's like thrown in the trash or something. You're like
you messed that one up.
It's like you messed it up. But that's the point is because it's not about the look of the pizza. It's about the taste of the pizza. It makes it even look better. There's something about the rawness of it. Yeah, it's like this will also make it taste good. It's like a chef throwing on the little last bit it needed, and it's just good. Even though I do think that Detroit style pizza tends to lack sauce at some points. Oh, for sure. Because like you said, the friedness of the dough really like there's just something different about it. You don't need that like moisture and wetness from the sauce when you're dealing with something that aerated already and like fluffy almost. Absolutely. Now, Mr. Muzak, I gotta ask you the same question. You're sitting down. It's that like checkerboard white and red tablecloth. Yep. You get that slice popped in front of you. What's it look like? And Cully, you know, we were not far from my favorite pizza slice that I could ever have. And we did. Where were we at when we got this pizza? We were we were just out of Times Square. Just out of Times Square in New York City. A thin, big slice of just, you know, premium dough, tons of sauce, rich tomato sauce. Luscious, sweet. I mean, to me, the reason I get pizza is for the tomato, the rich. I want to taste rich tomato with a nice blend of that bread. The way they work together with a slight complement of cheese and other assortment of ingredients. But I just love a nice rich sauce on, like, nothing beats a tomato sauce on pizza. Like, just like a good, I don't even know how to describe it. There's something about the combination that truly has proved that it is ultimate. It is very ultimate. You can't mess with it. It's greater than the sum of its parts, and the simpler you are, the better. Now, tell me more about the experience of that shop. I mean, like, I remember you were talking about the Little Italy. Oh, yeah. We were in New York, and like all these pizzas are just stacked on top of each other, and it's just it's cluttered, but there's like a beauty to the madness. Cluttered, and I mean, you and me both got the same slice, and I remember halfway through the slice, we both looked at each other, and it's just, the mushroom was so different from any other mushroom that you could get on. I mean, like, it's just something about it, and I knew what it was, and we looked at each other, like, what's this? What is it? It's because it's fresh. It's so good to have a fresh ingredients on a nice pizza, and it was like, it really was like, wow, I appreciate just having the craftsmanship of what is quality ingredients and everything come together when it should. Yeah, I mean, it's something we know.
but it's fresh food tastes better, and fresh food it's good, better for you too. And I think our bodies and our tongues were receiving that message. Like, hey, I keep eating this. This is pretty. The cheese was fresh. The bread was fresh.
And it just tasted, and you could tell, and you can tell.
Yeah. Oh my!
Oh, it felt so. It
was a
so
mushroom pepperoni, and like together, those flavors are just so good.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like for some reason, like I don't usually get mushroom, and I love mushroom, but for some reason, it's just like, yeah, that's the one I want. It like spoke to me on that. It was the middle one too. It was the one dead in the middle.
Oh, of course I'm getting a supreme slice of and going with all the fixes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super good. But again, my ideal slice kind of kicks it back from everything besides just sauce and bread.
Wow.
Like I want to be able to see mostly red and just little splashes of cheese covering it. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean, man. That's like the best pizzas, I think.
And maybe like the ingredients are more so incorporated into the sauce instead of on top of everything.
Oh my God. When you think you just got like red sauce, but there's also like a roni in there. Has that ever happened?
Yeah, or like a little sausage chunk or something.
Yeah,
and then oh wait, well there's some little onion bits and garlic bits in here too.
Oh my God, dude, like a good addition of some fresh garlic too. It just makes it sing. And there's I don't know. I just love pizza so much, and the fact that we can just even like talk about it with this much passion,
and it never gets old because there's so many different types and styles of pizza. Why don't you list like your top, like not top 5, but the 5 that really stick out to you right now, like styles and flavors, because there's so many like wacky combinations that everybody and social media,
we have to
go
talk
crazy
about
with everything.
We got to talk about pineapple. Because people are in the comment section right now on the YouTube
they are.
saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe you picked Detroit style. I love New York." We have Chicago is freaking out that we haven't even touched on.
I already know someone's gonna say something about it.
Sorry, dude.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's really good. I would say it's
time and place for everything. I mean, to me, they're all honestly equal, but there's ones that like. To be so unique for me and why Detroit wins, it's just so different, and it's so specifically different that I can identify that as like my favorite. But they're really all done right. They're all gonna be really good.
It's just a combination of 3 same essential ingredients.
Absolutely. But we gotta talk about pineapple. To me, it's brilliant. I love different flavors. I love fruit. I love exciting things. And I think it sits on a pizza so well. There's a reason it's there. And people are like, would you eat a banana pizza? No. Maybe.
I won't specifically get a pineapple pizza. Yet I've said it before, and I will continue to say it till the day I die. I think the people who say pineapple doesn't belong on pizza have really never tried it.
Yeah, and even if you never tried it,
and then you usually ask them, "Have you tried pineapple on pizza?" And they'll be like, "Well, no." And so, like, then you don't know. Then you can't say it's not.
You gotta try. And even if you don't like it, it still can belong.
You just probably didn't get a good one.
Yeah. It's like you can mess it up. You can get like the dull chunks and dump them on there, or you can get the dull chunks, strain them a little bit, coat them in like I don't know some salt. I had it in one of these like garlic salted pineapple chunks.
Oh yeah,
and it kind of like caramelizes on top of the pizza. And you can do it right in 1,000 ways. If it's fresh, it's better. You can do it so right.
Yeah, I've definitely had some good Hawaiian pizza where it's like, I guess, even though I'm not one to be like I wouldn't never typically order a Hawaiian pizza, but if it's there and like, sure, I'll try a piece.
Yeah, to me, it's just so refreshing.
Oh, it's really refreshing. It's different flavor palette. It's so
different.
A whole
other bite. It's like, and it crackles in there, and it just, to me, it works. Oh no, that's controversial, and it sort of sits to me in the same like. We'll call it like the California pizza trend as like,
California pizza trend.
We'll call it like, like barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah.
That's Californian, man. Like that's from California Pizza Kitchen. They invented that sort of flavor. So it's sort of that like trend, like obviously it's like a West Coast trend to amplify things with different flavors, but like barbecue chicken pizza to me absolutely has a place on my table. Love it.
I mean, it's so good. I love barbecue.
He's up with it being so good. Because usually I don't like chicken on pizza.
The sweetness of the barbecue sauce. And I mean, there's so many different barbecue sauces you could make.
You could get it spicy too, and it's
like,
usually got some nice like red onions on there, some
red
herbs
onions,
or
some chicken,
something.
usually chicken.
I mean, the chicken's got to be good, even if it's not like a vegetarian chicken. Like I'm totally cool with that. I love
even
it
if there's
all.
not chicken on, I guess. Like, where you could just like even there's like a barbecue sauce, like base. Not bad.
All right, pizza bagels. This would be my meal as a kid, bro. I'd come home, I'd get a bagel. I'd just get like a bagel half, sauce it up, cheese it up.
I love pizza
I was a fancy
bagels.
kid, so I would put like
There's
I would put like pineapple on it. Honestly, I would do stuff like that. Pineapples. I would put like paneer,
folk.
or like I would do like chili, not chili, curry. I would do like a curry pizza, but like instead of the sauce, I would do like
fish
Rogan
eggs,
Josh.
or what do they call that? Caviar
I
on
do
it.
some caviar on top.
Caviar.
Yeah.
Rich boy.
No, I was. I'm not saying. I liked flavors. I do.
No,
I love
no.
cooking and like it's
without a doubt.
But
So
pizza
what's-
bagels. I love pizza.
Pizza bagels.
French bread pizza is my next one after that too. Talk about like I'll make that for my roommates now too. If I'm like, oh god, it's my turn to cook dinner, and it's like, oh, I just got this baguette from the Invisible Needs Pantry at Western Michigan University, which you could visit too if you're a student and you are just in need of some food and you're in the community. It's right next to our office. It's in Font Student Services. They're open.
The Kiva Center.
The Kiva Center. Come check it out. So if you need food, that is available to people. But I'll get a baguette from there, slice it in half, make some garlic butter, and then I'll grate up some Parmesan, mix that in with mozz, put it on that, put it under broil for like 2 minutes on high. Boom, it's out. It's done.
Yeah, no, nice, easy too, quick.
I love a good French bread pizza.
What else? So what other styles of pizza would you say is really particular for you?
Are you kidding? Like, how have we not even talked about like the most iconic sort of like? All right,
Let me hear it.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm lost here.
pizza. There's Detroit style, right. There's Chicago style. There's New York style. What's the one I haven't mentioned?
I mean, like you
Traditional style, bro.
traditional, okay?
A margarita pizza on like a wood oven.
Oh,
Dude.
my
At the end of the day, you could take Detroit style. You could scrap all of those. The best pizza you will probably ever have.
I was trying to think because I was like, there's definitely like a style of pizza with that balsamic vinaigrette on it that is like that it just stands out in my mind. I don't know why it was like on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't think of it for some reason. My girlfriend loves margarita pizza, dude.
Like a real margarita, like that's like just like fresh dough, and they're usually like relatively small. Like in Italy, they'll eat them with knives and forks too.
Oh yeah, like super small, like pan, like hand.
It's wet because it's
pizza,
fresh mozzarella, which got a lot of water content in it. It's fresh tomatoes, which is a lot of water in it.
Yeah, a lot of water,
and it's just baked out, so it's a little wet, but this bread holds up, and it's fresh baked bread on that. To me, I've had that once or twice in my life. You know, like I've been lucky enough to just like experience that sort of style of pizza, and it's the one I can't get out of my head. I can have buddies. Maybe it's the legacy of that, you know, like I can have buddies again, but this one is kind of fleeting in time.
What, margarita?
Like the margarita, like I'll have to go. Where can you really find that around here? You can't like a real like the soft one, the one that
there's
the one that
the only
looks
one I know
like
is
something
up north for me that I usually get.
Yeah, anywhere probably a little more populated, you could get something like that. But I mean, there's some great. You can get close to it in Kalamazoo. I mean, like if I'll list off just like because this is Kzoo food. But
yeah, and I mean that segues us into speaking where are we getting pizza in Kalamazoo?
I gotta talk about where Tap House, bro. Tap House to me, it's in the mall. It's always had like a really killer crust. It's got this sort of cornmeal, I think, on it. It's got a texture to it. My youth kind of like yearns for that one. I think of that one, but
of course,
if we're really talking about the pizza I grew up on, I gotta talk about Pizza King in Richland, Michigan.
Oh yeah,
Pizza King.
I know you said before.
Pizza King. I was raised on this spot, man, and it's got such a bready dough. And like now, I'm sure it's like it almost like if you like the back of it looks like cardboard, but it doesn't taste like that, but it's sort of that color and consistency.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But it's so perfect in my mind, the flavors of each of their ingredients, the way they put on the fresh garlic that's just like throwing on. To me, that it's in Kalamazoo County technically, but it's up by Richland, so it's quite a drive away. I love that. But if I had to say my favorite, Ryan, if you pin me up against this wall, you put a gun to my head, and you made me squeal at the answer, man, I would tell you right now, as Cully Cooper, not as WIDRFM, I would tell you Martini's Pizza.
Martini's Pizza. Why? What's setting aside Martini's from the rest?
When I walk into the restaurant and I look around, it's a beautiful spot. It is a chapel of cuisine almost. It feels like it's treated like a church. Everything is clean. Everything is lovely. It's a beautiful sight. When I'm there, it feels like I am at like a worshiping spot for the food.
Understood.
And when I go to the counter and I'm like, can I get 2 slices of pepperoni? Because they do it by the slice. I know I'm going to get 2 hefty slices of some really quality, what I would call Midwestern style pizza or American pizza. Almost like the quality of like that's sort of been defined by your like very typical. It's a good amount of bread. It's a nice sauce and a lot of cheese. It's a lot of cheese.
Just American style
pizza. It's that iconic sort of slice, but it's done so delicately and so well with such a care for the craft that they have excelled in that degree that makes it better than anything I could have grown up with.
Nice. There we go.
Quality of the ingredients and the quality of the people.
You heard it here, everybody. Check out
Martini's, but make sure to check out all your local food. But I mean, they've been a staple since I think the 70s or 80s, I think.
Great.
So
great.
How about you, Ryan, man? You're not from here, but you're living here now.
Well,
You've been ingrained.
I love pizza, so it's definitely one of the ones that I've dipped my toe into some of the most. There's 2 I'll speak on pretty heavily. I'll speak on one real quick. Roma's. Shout out to Roma's. Roma's off Drake. Always consistently just great pizza. If you're just looking for a nice crafted pizza with some fresh, good ingredients, check out Roma's. Always gonna get consistently like what you want in a pizza. But if I'm really looking for the pizza here, Kzoo's right off West Main. I don't know. Have you ever had it, Cully?
I have not, but I've passed it many times.
I'm sure for those who take West Main into the city, you're gonna pass it.
It's iconic.
It is very iconic, and they just have so many options. They have great ingredients. Their sauce is good. I'm not one for a heavy amount of dough. They have the perfect amount of dough to where I'm not feeling like bogged down eating the pizza, or I'm not feeling like
yeah, you can just nod on bread.
So it's like, and it's just good pizza, good people. I love Kzoo's. They have grinders and other stuff too. Their like sandwiches are also good, even though it's pizza episode. Their sandwiches are killer. Like I can't even tell you what's better about them, the sandwiches or the pizza, but like I think their pizza's the best.
We might have to go check them out, Rye. That sounds yummy, man.
They're really good. Like I said, good people too. So shout out to again, all pizza in Kalamazoo. We do it well over here.
Yeah, I just think it's so happy that we've got so many great options, and it's a great food.
Yeah,
it's
great
the food. It's the food of the people.
Like I said, you give it to your 2-year-old. You give it to your 16-year-old teen for his party he's having with his buddies.
You get it for your grandma's coronation.
You get it after the bar when you're 28. You know, you stop. You get it after work on a Friday with your kids when you're 40.
You get it between classes.
And then when you're 60-some, you getting it after tennis or after golf or whatnot.
Yeah, for your grandkids.
Couple beers and a pizza after golf.
Yeah, with the anchovies, because that's how you like it. Yeah. And everybody can just customize it. And to me, it's beautiful. It's a representation of people.
It stands the time, and it will forever. Like I said, for every stage of your life, you're gonna be eating pizza. I love it. You love it.
That is all we have today, folks.
That's about it.
Honestly, I appreciate
Can't really say
your
much
time.
more about pizza. Yeah.
Here's what I have to say. Make sure to keep supporting local restaurants, eat local, eat fresh,
local.
have fun.
I mean, even though it's Kzoo food, I'm sure most of you, or not most of you, but a lot of you aren't even in Kalamazoo listening to this. So eat local, even wherever you are. If it's not
Try to
Kalamazoo.
pick a spot and stick with that spot. It's about trying to keep each other up, and it's about trying to keep the community up. And food is a way we tell our stories, people.
You can really learn a lot from these people really like doing what they love in the kitchen. And it may inspire you to do the same as well. So get out there, eat local, and have fun trying out all the spots in Kalamazoo and in your area.
Yeah, and let us know. Just keep on commenting on the YouTube. We love seeing your engagement.
Oh,
we're
please.
so happy.
Yeah, let us know if there's a certain category or food type you want us to talk about. Maybe even a restaurant in the area you might want us to try. Just send us a comment. Please.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for listening to 89.1 WIDRFM. You keep finding us online at WIDRFM.org. We're going to keep coming more with Kzoo food. Don't go nowhere, baby. Don't go nowhere.
Keep listening.